Good afternoon, everyone. I am Yasraj Soda, and today I am going to discuss. Today we are going to explore the Nietzschean parallels in the waiting for Godot. This my personal information. Question and ideas addressed in the presentation. What is Nietzsche's philosophy? What philosophy does Samuel Beckett aim to convey through his play Waiting for Godot? What similarities exist between the philosophies of Nietzsche and Beckett? Table of contents. Content. Introduction of the text. Waiting for Godot, play written by Samuel Beckett, genre tragicomedy into acts. It is also the subtitle of the text. Author Samuel Beckett published in 1952 in French as An Attendant Godot. First production 1952. Innovative in drama. Innovation in drama. Waiting for Godot was a true innovation in drama. Theater of absurd. The information is taken from Britannica. Friedrich Nietzsche, birth on October 15, 1844 in Germany. Death August 25, 1900, Weimar. Thuringian states, occupation, German scholar, philosophy, and critic. Influence on the most influence in modern thinkers, contributor, motives underlying traditional Western religion, morality, and philosophy. Impact deeply affected theologies, philosophers, psychologists, poets, novelists, and playwrights. The information is taken from Britannica. The philosophy of Nietzsche. What are the major aspects that is given by Nietzsche? Will to power. Whatever we want to do, we decide our will and then we act. Ubermensch, overman, as we have Superman. We also have the concept mastering the morality. Eternal recurrence. He says that according to Nietzsche, the things, the cyclical nature of the days and the life that is given in that. Amopathy, that is the embracing the accepting one's fate with love regardless of its challenges. The concept of nihilism, the concept refers to the recognition of loss of traditional values and the sense of meaninglessness. These are some of the major works that is stated below, taken from that. Finding parallels in both the the philosophy of Nietzsche and Waiting for Godot play. The will to power. Now we find that Beckett has done the parody, or we can say the irony on the will to power. Like in the very scene, we find that they are both are not able to decide that they should wait. They should help to Pozo and Lucky who will fall down. So they are not able to decide. That is the argument. It is also mentioned here. It is made by Jekyll Wilson in the article Godot is dead, Nietzsche and Beckett's on salvation, on suffering in the godless universe. The concept of nihilism we find in some dialogue. What about trying them? Estragon say, I have tried everything. So we find that nothing can be done. Same type of dialogue occurring in the play. So that concept give the sense of the meaninglessness or nihilism. That is also the argument taken from the same article I mentioned before. The Ubermans, the Overman. Now we find that the character of Lucky and Pozo, master and the slave. So that we find the same way Beckett has made the parody or irony, or he wants to convey that how we are attached with some concept of idea of master, but it is like the philosophy of Nietzsche is totally different. He is saying that we should we should create our own morality. So that is the two different things we find in the play as well as in the this philosophy of Nietzsche. The same argument it is given. The eternal recurrence. Eternal recurrence, like as we have discussed, the occurring of the same thing or occurring of the same process. So there we find a very good dialogue, spoken by Pozo. Have you not done tormenting me with occult time? It's abominable. When one day is that not enough. So and so he says that every day The same day we are born, same day we are going to die, same day we are living again and again. And we also find the cyclical nature of the play, like both of the acts are like similar, so that we find in the play also. And the very idea of the play is also the eternal recurrence, that we can connect with the Nietzsche so philosophy. But here we have to see that Beckett is putting this negatively, rather that the Nietzsche puts it in a more positive way, that we should accept the meaninglessness or the totally occurring of the same thing. In the conclusion, what we get from the both of the comparison, finding the parallels between the play and the philosophy of Nietzsche, that gives the insight of the understanding. We understand the philosophy more way, and we can read the play in different way also, by taking the or reading the different types of philosophy, as we see in the play, like different interpretation of the play. Philosophy and literature, we find we can connect the play, the literary art that poet has, the writer has, to convey some of the philosophies that we can find in the Nietzsche's philosophy, that he is presenting as a philosophy, and Samuel Beckett, who is giving his philosophy through the art, through the play. Postmodern discourse, the both of the writers, Nietzsche and the philosopher Nietzsche, and the writer, author Samuel Beckett, they have given the way to modern to postmodern. They have given the very good ideas that takes away the very edge together. And as we have discussed, like they have inspired many philosophers, psychologists, and theology. So they have given that concept, and we can connect their point of views. Foster introspection and personal growth. We find that we are also following the master morality. We need something to be weighed for. So we can introspect that thing inside ourselves, and that these both comparison or any other work that gives us the introspect, deeper insight into existential themes like nihilism, existential themes, absurdism. We go through the comparison or reading of the play. Thank you. That is from my side. These are some references. This slide I have taken from SlidesGo, and I also used ChatGPT to organize my thought and making this presentation. Okay, thank you. Now you can ask questions.
So yes, guys. My question is that how does the play portray of display and existential again resonate with Nietzschean's critics of nihilism as a symptom of the death of God and the collapse of the traditional values?
Yes. The article I have given the reference of, it is written by Jekyll Wilson. The article title start with Godot is death. So there he also argues that the parallel between the death of God, that the same concept we find in the play, and this Nietzsche also says this: God is dead. Now we have to master our own morality. So this despair, like meaninglessness, nihilism, both of the concepts we find, and the symptom of death of God, collapse traditional values. Now, as we see, what is the traditional value? Like we are waiting for something, like second coming, the God will come. Like we are waiting for Kalki Avatar. So these type of traditional norms we find, and through reading this type of literature or philosophy, we broke that traditional value, and we look towards the mastering the morality and delving deep into the human psychology as well as in the philosophy. Yes.
Yes, my question is that how the Nietzsche famously proclaimed the death of God. What did the proclamation suggest in the waiting for God?
Yes. In the interpretation of this waiting for Godot, it is also done that the Godot word is also straight from the God. So in the religious interpretation, we find that. And in the play, it is like the parody, it is done that we are continuously waiting for something to happen, waiting for God, and we don't do anything. We rely on someone else. The same thing the Nietzsche give is, now God is dead. Now we don't have to wait for God. We have to do whatever we want to do by ourselves, by mastering morality, by taking our will into our hand. So in the both of the ways we find the same similarity, and yeah. So that thing is proved in the this present tense also. Yeah. Thank you.